Welcome to Scorched Earth and a general mid-month reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendant. It's going to be shorter than the main monthly readings because it just covers that 2-week period from the 15th to the 31st of July. So to that end, I'm going to pull 3 cards for your current energy, 3 cards for what's coming towards you, and 3 cards of advice. See if we can ease the way for you just a little. I'd like to thank everybody who turned up for the birthday live stream last weekend. First anniversary on YouTube, so it's kind of a biggie for me. Had a lot of fun. It went on for 6 hours, so props to those of you who stuck it out for the full lot. I know some of you went away and did other things and then came back again. I enjoyed it a lot, and that was kind of the point of it. It was to have some fun, so that was all good. And I'd love to say thank you and welcome to all of those people who've joined me over at Patreon and have joined the channel memberships that are now open on this channel as well. Your support means the world to me. You know that. You know how much I love you. So thank you again for that. Right, we're using the Llewellyn Tarot. The what now? The Llewellyn Tarot for you today. It's the one that wanted to be used. So let's have a look. I have 3 cards for Cancer's current energy, please. It's really funny, that card that just tried to flip there is the Wheel of Fortune, and I had a funny feeling it was going to try and come out. But what we've got is 4 of Swords, I like that. Also the Page of Wands, excellent. And let's get one more for Cancer's current energy, please. We've got the Emperor, love it. We've got the Tower at the bottom of the deck, but I tried to say deck and strength together, can you believe it? Tower at the bottom of the deck, but it is followed by strength. And I like this for you because it feels to me, I'm getting a really strong sense of you kind of underestimating your own power, or at least understanding now that you have done that for quite a long time. Right? You felt at the mercy of everything in your environment. You were kind of pinging from one thing to the other and really stretching yourself quite thin. This Tower, it feels kind of positive. You know, it's like old things are being pulled down, old structures inside you and also outside of you as well, external to you. You're looking for new ways to do things. Whilst acknowledging the amount of power that you've got to actually affect your external environment, which is something that you haven't discovered before about you. And I think that's why it's such a tower. It's almost like you're managing to do more now than you did before, but you've got more energy for it, you know? It's impressive. And I think, I genuinely think for you, Cancer, a lot of that is because you're focusing your energy in the right places now. Like you were trying to do too many things before, quite possibly trying to please too many people as well. And since you've sucked it back to yourself, you've kind of plugged all of those energy leaks that you had somewhere. We can definitely see that with this card here. It's like you've suddenly realised how much energy you do have for the things that you want to do. You're feeling a little less beholden to other people than you have done in the past. And suddenly the things that you're being able to achieve in your own environment has increased exponentially. And I think you're feeling very pleased about that, actually. So we've got the 4 of Swords, we've got the Page of Wands, and we've got the Emperor. And I really, really like this for you, Cancer, because the 4 of Wands, it can sometimes be the meditation card. And if you started meditating, that's totally a thing. But it is my card also of objectivity. Because it talks about rest and recovery, and often after the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak. But I'm kind of moving slightly sideways with the interpretation of this card today, because it feels like you have pulled all of your energy back to yourself. You're now contemplating those things that are important to you, not to other people, and you've stopped saying yes to so many other people. Now you see where your energy is getting scattered. You've pulled back. You are now thinking objectively about your environment and what you want to achieve. And it's funny, it feels like there's more space in your brain now. Like maybe you're filling it with more things, you're doing more things, but there's more space in your brain. You can relax occasionally about things. But it's almost like removing the desperate need for relaxation. And then we've got these two cards here, both fire element. This one for me is Sagittarius, but it's not a strict thing. And then we've got Aries here, right? And they talk of being excited about what the future holds, right? So I get a bit of a frisson when I see this card. Kind of on the verge of something, you know, quite big, actually. Something creative, maybe, you know, maybe something related to your business if you're, you know, if you own your own business, that kind of thing. But there's a certain sense of sort of turning towards the future that is really exciting for you here. And you're sitting very much in that energy at the moment. It's like cool things are happening. But this Emperor card is still here for you, and I like that because I'm fairly certain this has come up for you at points over the last couple of months. It's that card of taking charge of what you are doing, right? Having a fucking plan, being strategic about where you let your energy go, right? And seeing now that you can go further than you thought you ever could do off the back of it. I love this for you, Cancer. It's fantastic. Let's have a look. Particularly compared to where you were like last year. Maybe this time last year, maybe about August last year, where you were stretched so fucking thin. Your emotional state had you in absolute turmoil. I'm pretty sure I've just seen the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. It's like, yeah, your security, your stability, they are the things that you're focusing on now. And you're not letting anybody steal any of the energy away that you could use to create this for yourself. Yeah, you've had a complete about face. We've got the Hanged Man underneath that. I love it. So let's have a look and see what's coming towards you for the last 2 weeks of July. Temperance. Whatever that is. And that. Oh, this is strong. Cancer, this is very strong. I like this. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Swords. Libra energy there, so air, thinking very clearly about what it is that you give your effort over to, right? She's got a hella bullshit attack to this one, right? Nobody's pulling the wool over your eyes about anything in the last 2 weeks of July. But more than that, you are not pulling the wool over your eyes about anything. Right? You're seeing everything very clearly, and your level of discernment has gone up a lot, right? You're able to pick and choose now in a way that you couldn't before. Now, what's coming towards you is 2 major arcana and a court card. But one of them is you. And I really, really like this because when you see a character, when you see somebody turn up in their own reading, it means that they're presenting their authentic self, right? And I feel like this speaks to the fact that you are really starting to experience your authentic self. Not the mask that you created for other people to see, right? Not even a mask that you created for yourself for you to see, you know, kind of like your own standards in terms of what it is that you want to achieve, you know, and how well do you think you're doing, that kind of thing. Just unapologetically you, right? But also balanced, in control, like we saw with the Emperor here. It's also spoken about with the Chariot, and determined. Really, really determined. Now, if I just put that card to the side for one moment, what we've got is Temperance and the Knight of Wands, and these are both Sagittarian cards. So it is possible that you have a Sagittarian in your midst who is, you know, possibly going to kind of gallop in. That's possible. But if he does gallop in, don't expect that they'll stay, right? Because we've got the Knight of Wands here, and that's very, you know, here and now energy. They kind of tend to gallop in and then they gallop out again just as fast. But if it isn't a Sagittarian, and the more I'm talking, I feel like it's not. I feel like this is your energy. What we've got here is another card, yet another card, that talks about balance. This also talks about healing and restoration, right, of yourself. But it's so calm. Look at this. It's a fire element card. Yeah. But it's really interesting that it's usually depicted with water in there somewhere, because there's an alchemical process that's indicated by temperance. Okay? Taking difficult circumstances, learning from them, releasing the things that you need to, and then healing as a result. And that's what we see with the temperance card. It can also talk about patience, potentially, and divine timing, divine orchestration, all that kind of thing. But the fact that it's come up here speaks to the fact that I think that you are finding it much, much easier to live in the moment now than you ever have done before. It's like all of the work that you've done to structure perhaps your work environment, but certainly your 3D material environment, you know, the plan that you're working to, it's all kind of working out. And this space that I was talking about here for your brain to breathe, bit of decompression time, is where all the healing's happening, right? You're finding more time to heal emotionally because all of the other stuff is taken care of, because you've got more energy to do it. Do you see how you get into a cycle here of constant self-improvement? Like, just because you've finally got a bit of space to do it. This is all about living in the moment though, right? You know, the flip side of it is kind of fuckboy tendencies. But the positive side, and all cards do have a positive side, is that this is about being present. Totally, unapologetically present, making the most of everything that comes towards you and everything that is in front of you right here anyway. You know, it's actually, you could tie gratitude in with that quite well. Now the three of them together could potentially indicate a slightly disruptive energy coming in, because we've got the Temperance card here, which has got all the water on it there. We've got this Chariot card here, which is also, you know, full of water. We've got this Charioteer controlling these horses, and this one is in the water so much that it looks like it's of the water, right? That's what this Charioteer is balancing, emotions. So the only thing that's not fitting terribly well with this is this Knight of Wands in the center, disruptive, coming in. I'm going to pull another card for that and see which way we're actually leaning with it, because I could see it going a number of ways here. Tell me about this Knight of Wands, please. Where's the Knight of Wands here? Whoa, fuck. Okay. Okay. Wow. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor again, followed by the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, right? This is your bag. This is what you're on with at the moment, Cancer. Like, you've just taken control of all of your material circumstances, and it started with you here, with the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about you and how you deal with things and what it is you're looking to build, right? Ten of Pentacles, stability, security, legacy in some cases. You know, if you've got you know, if you do run your own business, then things are going very fucking well. I can see that. Now, the reason that I cackled such as I did is because the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. I really like this for you. So there are a couple of different things that you can see here. There's the potential for an opportunity that shows its face at some point for you to go traveling, right, or move around in some description, right, because we see that here with the Three of Wands. And we've also got the Ace of Pentacles here, which talks about a new start, you know, so it could be that you're the Ace of Pentacles, I should just say, you can see that for a new job or a promotion or a new house or something that affects your material environment in some way, right? This is an opportunity. Now, in order to do something with this opportunity, you've got to pluck that pentacle from where it is, right? And do things with it. But the opportunity is coming towards you. And I think the opportunity is going to come in quite fast because we've got this Knight of Wands twice. It might be that this opportunity is coming towards you via a Sagittarius or a fire sign or something, or it could just be that this thing comes up and you are able to get it because you are so fucking balanced. You know what you're doing about things, right? The other thing the Three of Wands talks about is the future. Actually, it's kind of turning your face towards the horizon, and they're like, oh, what is out there for me? What's coming in? And the answer is a fucking opportunity. Possibly financial, but certainly material in some respect, right? Now, I I think that's quite exciting for you, Cancer. Don't think for a second that this is just something that happens, right? This isn't a coincidence. It's coming towards you because of what you have managed to achieve thus far. You know, what you've been working really, really hard on and succeeding, right? Because it's not just the 3D material stuff that you've been working on your own emotional state as well. And like I said, like everything's kind of feeding into each other, as within, so without. So as you work on yourself, as you align yourself, as you balance yourself out, so good things come towards you because you're creating space for them to come in, right? Love it. 3 cards of advice, please. Okay. 3 cards of advice. Love that. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. So, the 3 cards of advice that you have are the Magician, the Sun, and the 3 of Wands. Again, different deck, same card, right? This is awesome. The Magician is here to remind you that you are only limited by, you know, the power of your own imagination, right? This is a limitless power. He's essentially a fucking channel between, you know, source, the universe, your higher self, whatever, and this 3D incarnation where you are right now, right? He knows exactly the right combination of all of the elements to bring in, combined with his intent, to manifest whatever the fuck he wants. And this is the important thing. What do you want, Cancer? Because now is maybe a really good time to start focusing on that. The second card that we've got is the Sun, and that is the most powerful card, most positive card rather, in the deck, right? It's card of Leo, that's card of Gemini for me, right? But this is Leo, and this is just about pulling everything together, like everything just going really, really well. It can sometimes, so I will get all Jungian on you, if it sometimes is for me the exact opposite of the moon. So where the moon is the non-conscious and the subconscious, and we like to go grubbing around in there to see what needs to come out. I kind of feel like you've done a little bit of that already. And what's remaining is just fully conscious stuff. It fits very well with all of these cards that are talking about living in the moment, being very, very present. It's gratitude. It's a feeling of abundance, right? Swimming in it. Maintain that. Right, because that is actually the seat of your power at the moment, this positivity that you've got. And this excitement, it's kind of excitement about how everything's going. And then the 3 of Wands, right? Now this, with this, says to me, really focus on what it is that you want to pull towards you, because at this moment in time, Cancer, you're actually incredibly powerful and you can do that for yourself. I love that so much. I've got these side cards here I bought a couple of weeks ago, and they're really cool. Like they've got the little white book that comes with it is basically just a piece of A5 paper. It's got virtually nothing on it at all, but it's been interestingly confirmational. The card that's come out here is Peace. Right? This is what I'm finding they're doing. They're picking a really important card and they're just kind of mirroring it. This is what it is. It's this objectivity, giving your space, giving your mind space to breathe, right? Because in that space is where the healing happens, yes, but also where the space is created for new things to come in, right? It's where your will sits, it's where your determination sits, and it's where your energy vibration sits. So whatever you're focusing on, you're pulling it towards you, right? This is magnificent, Cancer. I'm so happy for you about this. It's excellent. You have to let me know in the comments how it goes for you. I shall be back in about 2 weeks-ish for the August readings. There will be extended to those. So I'm going to put a link to the main monthly reading. If you haven't seen it yet, should be just about here. No, there is an extended to that, so it might actually give you a bit of insight into what is going on with you, because that runs for the whole month. But anyway, that's enough waffling for me. I'll see you soon. Take care.